Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom. And I hope everybody had a great Passover celebration and that you're enjoying getting back to the chametz. Not the chametz that weighs us down in our lives, but the actual chametz that we eat that weighs us down in our bellies. But anyhow, as we come out of Passover, heading into this Shabbat, we are learning about PARASHAT shemini in Leviticus. And shemini means on the 8th. And it's talking about the 8th day following this week-long celebration of anointing the priests in the tabernacle and dedicating the tabernacle. And now on the 8th day, this is where the rubber meets the road, and we start making our offerings to officially make sure that the tabernacle is dedicated right. And we soon after read a very unfortunate incident that happens where two sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, are killed, die by the alien fire that they had tried to create, and they're consumed in the Holy of Holies by the fire. And we get sort of a unsatisfactory explanation where God will say, through those near to me, I will make myself holy, which seems to imply that it's necessary not just for the animal sacrifices, but also necessary for human life to be lost for God to be made holy. And I really can't accept that. I don't think we should. I don't think our Midrash and most of our commentators accepted that idea either. And Rashbam, Rashi's grandson, gives us an explanation that ties it back to a phrase in Exodus where it's not about those who near me, but God says, I will be holy from those who bring me honor, or those who are my honored ones. And that means that they're specially designated people who add holiness for the community and ultimately for God. And I think if we were to step back and look at this theologically, ethically, perhaps we understand it better to say it's not about the necessity for the loss of life, but saying that those who are near to God or who are honored by our community and by God are those who knowingly will put themselves in danger on behalf of the community. If we assume that the job of the priest making the offerings around all the very sharp cutting implements and also around all the fire, we know these are dangerous things. And the priests raise their hand and say, yes, I'll do it. They step forward and take on this activity on behalf of the community and for the purpose of sanctifying God's name through the offerings. But we step back and we see the larger lesson here, that those who have a special honored place are people who are willing to put themselves on the line for the benefit of others. That when we look to people in our communities, there are a lot of people who will knowingly put themselves in harm's way. There's our security guards, especially like always grateful for the one at Temple or the ones who guard us at Temple. There was a security guard who put himself in harm's way to protect the temple in Detroit. But it's not just about first responders. It's not just about people in the military. It's also people who do the dangerous jobs. People who are in manufacturing, working around large equipment. People who work in construction. They go up high and do dangerous things, not just for their own benefit, but so that we can build communities and grow our communities and do important things. And I think that's truly what our Torah means by being a holy community, being a holy person. It's what we do for others, even when we know it might not be to our own personal best benefit. And I think that is a way that God's name can be sanctified, is by people being willing to sacrifice for one another. Anyhow, keep studying PARASHAT shemini. Have a wonderful weekend and a Shabbat shalom.